So if you are someone that works out in the gym regularly, having some sort of injury like this and giving you back pain is a really good thing in some respects. You've got some things working for you and you've got some things working against you. The things working for you is you've probably got a good degree of muscle mass, good degree of strength, and you're someone that's kind of working out regularly. The biggest thing that you guys struggle with though is that you just cannot scale back into the resistances that you're using correctly. You don't realize that the muscles are going to respond way faster than the disc that you probably injured in the lower back. And also that the way in which the lumbar spine works is it's like those flexible lights that you've got where you kind of pull them and they bend and all of the joints bend equally. That's how the lumbar spine works, right? So a lot of guys in the gym that have not had back injuries before, they get away with doing like deadlifts, for example, with a rounded lumbar spine, and they're not like super strict about it. And some people will lift with a lumbar spine and they hold it neutral, and they're relying on the tension being equal through all those joints in the lumbar spine. The problem is once you've got an injury, that's a weak point. That's a leak of movement. And so that old technique that you got away with, now you've got that injury, you won't. And those tissues won't be as strong as the surrounding tissues, even after that 4 or 5 weeks when you're kind of feeling, okay, I'm okay again. And so you allow some of those old technical imperfections that you got away with, that many people get away with, to now be constantly holding you back. So you've got to get that spine neutrality dialed back in again, learning how to do these movements with a neutral spine, probably with something like deadlift, switching over to a rack pull so you can do the upper part of the deadlift for the time being to be able to safely expose your back to a lesser weight, by the way, and figuring out what that kind of weight that your back can tolerate is without pushing it too far. And that, again, it's trial and error, right? Maybe start with the bar, just get the bar movement right and go, okay, right, I can do the 20 kilo bar or a 10 kilo bar, and then starting to build up steadily from there, but going much more slowly than you ordinarily would. And maybe using some other exercises in the interim to keep things strong, and trying not to unnecessarily aggravate your back. But just the biggest the overarching theme is don't scale the weights too fast again, and make sure you really are dialing in that technique, even if you've got away with substandard technique in the past, or some of these like butt winks, as they call them, in the past. You've got to eliminate that now and for the foreseeable future. And once you've built those deadlifts back up, maybe using the rack pull, switching back in to feed in normal deadlifts with a lighter weight and then steadily building that back up, you'll find that you start to build a bit more confidence and you can push on from there. So hopefully that helps, but just watch out for that, because the most important thing is that you preserve the muscle mass you've got, because that's going to help you no end really get back into things as quick as possible, and much faster than others who don't have that benefit.